So the next activities that we're going to do are somatic mirroring activities. And these really focus in, again, on the muscles in the face, which is part of the social engagement system. It's one of the key ways that we can use the body in the face to create safety for the client. And if we remember, states are contagious due to the way that mirror neurons work. So whatever is going on in our face and in our body is going to be passed to our client and also from them to us. So we have to be aware of that exchange and our ability to co-regulate through our bodies and through our faces. Now, mirror neurons are also wonderful because they allow us an opportunity to feel into what other people are feeling. So when we pay attention to what's going on in somebody else's face and eyes and body, we're getting an insight into where they might be feeling emotionally before they might even have words for that experience. So it's also a way to gauge what you can tolerate and what your client can tolerate relationally and culturally. So it's one of the first things that you're going to pay attention to is the way that the face movement is and the way that the body language is being portrayed in your first interactions. So a lot of the exercises that we do around mirroring start at a very young age, because mirroring starts at a very young age between the mother and the infant. So the idea behind this activity is to get the social engagement system online. This might be because there's been a break in contact. It may be that you're struggling to contact relationally. So the idea is to grow this sense of attunement and see how the body reacts to different facial expressions. So we find that attunement itself is 55% body language, and a lot of this is held in the facial muscles. So what you want to do when you're doing this activity with a client or with a partner is to find a comfortable position. You want to be facing each other, and you want to start together with a neutral face. So you're going to decide who's going to be the leader for that activity first. And the person that's the leader is going to start, again, neutral. Now this is going to be kind of hard when you're facing somebody. Your body is automatically going to want to move into some type of relational face. But try and start neutral. The first thing you're going to do is to move into a smile. And sometimes you've already smiled at this point, especially if you have already had some relational connection with this person. We start with a smile as a baseline, and then we want to move into a frown. And the idea is the whole time your partner is copying the face. Now, as you move from the frown, you want to start moving through some different feelings. These might be sadness, fear, excitement, and track how you feel as you're copying the other person's motions as the follower. The other thing is when you're acting in the part of the leader, track how you feel seeing the emotions reflected back to yourself. You want to do this a few times, going through a range of emotions, and then at the end, stop, think together about what that felt like. Maybe do a little shake off to get yourself back into the mode, and then switch partners and do the same set of interactions again. Now I find that when I do the mirroring activities, I always like to end with a smiling face, because that's the natural way for us to kind of connect with each other, especially if you run through some more kind of intense facial cycles. You will find that somebody that's very disassociated with their body might have a really hard time moving through different emotional faces. It could be that their face for the emotions is the same for everything. So pay real close attention to where they're at in terms of their baseline with their faces. This is also going to give you beautiful information to know what your client's faces look like for these different emotions. Because you might not already know this. You might have only seen them in one state. So playing around with these different faces in the containment of being with the other person, and also copying the body language, can be a really powerful tool for feeling attuned to and connecting with your clients.